thank you so much to Anthony for requesting this movie review today. It does work if you comment in the comments below and ask for me to review a particular movie. I will. I also had actually a notification set up on this one for when it hit Netflix. So today I'm going to be reviewing Yes, God, Yes. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel at least twice a week, and then movie reviews or book to movie content here for you at the weekend. I will leave a playlist of my recent movie reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something different to watch this week. The Christmas movie reviews will be coming, so make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on those. Vlogmas is just around the corner, so I'll have plenty of chance to talk to you about Christmas movies, especially those that are just coming to Netflix this year. I think that Netflix has just been killing it with the content that they've been putting out, and so I'm excited to continue on with my watch of all their new Christmas movies and then review them here for you. In the description box, you will find all of my social media links, including my blog and my Goodreads. So if written reviews rather than video reviews are more your thing, you can check there for some written book reviews. So Yes, God, Yes. So it says 2019 on IMDb, so I don't know if maybe like I missed it in the cinema or it's just referring to when it came out at the film festivals, but I feel like I may have missed out on this one. I don't know. After an innocent AOL chat turns racy, a Catholic teenager in the early noughties discovers masturbating and struggles to suppress her new urges in the face of eternal damnation. And so she basically makes the choice to go on this retreat with her school friends, and the retreat that is featured in this movie is based on a real retreat that Catholic school attendees are given the option of attending to do with repressing those urges. And so this is very much a coming of age story, and for the fact that it's very sort of aimed at, and even in the synopsis and the trailers for it, it's to do very much with like sexual urges and a sexual awakening. I didn't think that it was too graphic in its sexual content. I was worried that it was going to be sort of American Pie levels of sort of teenagers talking about and wanting and attempting to have sex, and you know, that kind of that raunchy, noughties, teen comedy level of sexual activity and, you know, sexual conversation. But really, it was just one girl discovering her sexuality for the first time. The fact that it is set in the early noughties is very like, we see the AOL Messenger, we see the kind of like almost dial up to the internet, and then we see her playing Snake on her Nokia phone, which was cool. It was a cool throwback, and the fact that she was asked if she brought a phone with her, like nowadays it would be, you know, you need to give me your phone, assuming that you will have a phone with you, whereas back then not every teenager had a phone with them at all times. And so that was interesting. I really liked the sort of throwback to the early noughties side of it, the celebrities that people held in high esteem, and the movies that they were watching to help with that sexual awakening, aka Titanic. The scene in the car, it is referenced multiple times throughout the film, and so I really like the like cultural elements of it. And I like the fact that even though it's about a sexual awakening, it's a very kind of not taking the mick out of having sexual urges and not making sex just a comedy thing. It's interesting the way the film develops and the amount of shame that is brought around sex. And you know, you're sitting there watching and you're like, why do we shame that? And why do we shame girls in particular for that? And why don't guys get talked to like this? And there is a little bit of slut shaming that goes on in the movie that starts out of a rumor, as happens at high school, and you know, this rumor is blamed entirely on the girl that's involved in this rumor, and then we have the guy just like moving on to another girl and getting off scot-free. And I really like that commentary, the fact that that was brought to the forefront, because, you know, that is the way that society is, and so it was interesting seeing it in a film. This film is only an hour and 17 minutes, and it is quite slow paced, and it is quite quiet, and we have some moments of silence, and we have some moments where we can see our main character just battling with some introspection and some kind of like self like questioning, but we do have some moments that are funny, and we do have some moments that are very kind of real and almost shocking. But I think that either we could have kind of tightened up those slower moments a little bit, and then either added more content to make it a sort of full-length 90-minute film, or tightened them up and kind of made it like a very short, almost like series type thing if we split it into 3 parts. So it was interesting that it was a short film, but it was slow paced and felt like it could have been edited and tightened even more. I wonder if maybe, you know, we were going to see more of the kind of sexual awakening, or more of the fantasies, or more of the desires that she has, but it was censored or edited. I don't know. If you have seen the film, let me know if you have thoughts on the length versus the pacing, because that was the only thing that kind of felt off for me. I wouldn't say that it's one of the films that... It's one that I probably would have ended up going to see in the cinema, because I did already had put the notification on Netflix to be notified when it arrived onto Netflix. So yeah, I probably would have seen it in the cinema and come out going my usual... Should you spend your cinema going money on this film? No, I don't think you should. But in that it's a streaming film, I think it's got some interesting things to say. And it's a bit of a teen, young adult film with a difference. We've got a lot of young adult films out there at the minute that are very, very, very samey, and this is definitely something that is different. Obviously, it does have some sexual content, it does have some sexual images, and it does have some, you know, desires explored, but I think it does so in a very like classy way. And I was worried that it was going to go down the American Pie route. Not that I don't love American Pie, I do, but I don't think it was right for this situation, and so I think the filmmakers made a good choice making the film that they did. So thank you to Anthony for suggesting that I watch this one. I probably would have watched it and not necessarily reviewed it here for you, so it was interesting watching it with having to review it in mind, maybe a little bit more critical of what I was watching. So as I say, let me know in comments if there is a particular movie you would like to hear my thoughts on. I can go away and watch that and bring that to you here. Coming up very soon, I will be back with more movie reviews for you in the weekend, and we'll be coming to those Christmas reviews for you in Vlogmas. So make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that future content. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will be back with another video very soon. So I will see you then. Thanks for watching.